marriage crumbled and she found her destined husband. Written by Eberichukwu, Folktale Therapy. Elizabeth stood at the altar, her heart pounding in her chest. She had dreamed of this moment for what felt like an eternity. She was about to marry the love of her life, David. But as she looked into his eyes, she saw something that made her blood run cold. Fear, panic, and uncertainty swirled in her stomach like a vortex, pulling her down. Just as the minister asked David if he took Elizabeth to be his wife, David's voice trembled. "I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I can't do this." The words hung in the air like a guillotine, ready to drop and sever the thread of their relationship. Elizabeth's world crumbled. She felt like she was drowning in a sea of despair, unable to find a lifeline to cling to. The guests gasped in shock, and the minister's face turned beet red with embarrassment. Elizabeth's eyes welled up with tears as she turned to face the crowd, her dignity shattered. As she walked away from the altar, Elizabeth couldn't help but wonder what she had done wrong. Had she not been good enough? Had David fallen out of love with her? The questions swirled in her mind like a tornado, leaving destruction in its wake. Outside the church, Elizabeth collapsed onto the steps, her legs unable to support her. She buried her face in her hands, letting the tears flow freely. How could this have happened? She thought she and David had been happy. Just as Elizabeth was starting to feel like her world was over, a gentle voice interrupted her sobs. "Mom, are you okay?" Elizabeth looked up to see a stranger standing before her, concern etched on his face. He was tall, with piercing blue eyes and chiseled features that seemed to have been carved from granite. Elizabeth shook her head, unable to speak. The stranger sat down beside her, placing a comforting hand on her shoulder. Sometimes, the things that